Okay, guys, I haven't been on here in about a month, and I'm sorry, but I got so much stuff going on because I'm trying to prepare the house. I'm trying to get everything repaired, take care of stuff because the house is over 200 years old. But anyway, I definitely need to get all of the exterior sorted out the best I can before we have all these issues coming up. Because we got so many things coming down the pike. I haven't had a video in like 4 weeks probably, and I am going to finish. I got the rucksack patrol pack stuff all here on the whiteboard for you, so we are going to finish. It's going to take a day, 1 or 2 days to sort that out for you, and then we'll do some other stuff as well. But this information, I've been wanting to get it up online for about a week. I had gotten messages from a couple of people, but the first thing I want to discuss quickly, and then I want to move on to some even well, I'm not going to say more important, because a lot of people are suffering right now because of the government. The government caused these hurricanes to do the landfall where they are right now. And if you think that I'm a conspiracy theorist, or you think I'm a nutbag or something, the government has patents on weather manipulation, okay? And it's not just cloud seeding. They have had HARP since like the 70s, 80s, somewhere in there. I can't remember exactly when it was that they brought that out. But you see, Nikola Tesla had made it rain in an auditorium back in, I think, the 30s. You could read that in a book called Tesla, Man Out of Time. Write that down. Tesla, Man Out of Time. Read that book. You'll read about all of these different things that he invented and how he got screwed over on AC electricity and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, he developed something called an earthquake machine in there, which sounded like a pretty cool project. But anyway, and then he had a little weather manipulation machine. Of course, it's just gone on from there. We all know that Tesla's patents and everything he invented was confiscated by the government. We all know that. It's not a theory, it's a fact, okay? Stop saying theory, because it's a fact. When it keeps coming out in the wash, it's a fact, okay? You could lie about these things all you want, all you leftist, Looney Tune, retard, reject, piece of craps, but you can't change the facts, okay? You cannot change the facts. Facts don't lie, right? When it comes out in the wash, everybody's seen it, and it's gonna, and you know, the thing is that when somebody says conspiracy theory, now everybody automatically knows it's got to be a fact, or at least it's going to be a fact, because, you know, they always try to lie about the truth. Alright, so all these people are suffering down there, but why did they do it? Because of the money involved, right? Asheville, look at the affordable housing people. You need to go and look at affordable housing in Asheville, North Carolina, or whatever it was. It totally wiped out this community. It's, you know, the lithium mining is it's you know, it's worth a lot of money. That land's worth a lot of money because of lithium mining, right? Okay, talking about batteries and stuff for all your baloney electronic vehicles, all the green friendly lithium mines, right? So anyway, the quote-unquote affordable housing people are trying to introduce, you know, legislation and stuff to where they could, like, you know, do land grabs there. They could steal your land, okay? All right? We need to get, one thing that I'm really upset about is I'm really upset about affirmative action in the document here, the Constitution. I'm really upset about affirmative action. It's unconstitutional, really. It's not even constitutional, because the Constitution says that we are guaranteed we have a right to our property, okay? So it's really unconstitutional. I don't know how that got snuck in there, but the Constitution has been rewritten 3 times since the beginning. So, you know, somebody snuck it in there somewhere. And anyway, I'm going to tell you something straight out, right? I'm just going to tell you straight out that nobody is ever going to take my property by eminent domain or any other means. Okay? They're not, because World War III will happen. They will wish that they had not been born if they try to take my property. Alright? I don't have a lot of property, but I got some, and I got a house to live in. Okay? And all this stuff was gained by hard work. Right? Well, enough on World War III in that manner, right? So, just suffice it to say that it ain't going to be an easy job to take my place, right? I'll be ghosting them. Yeah. They will be looking over their shoulders, left and right, 24/7, baby, because I will be here, sneaking around here, or possibly even elsewhere, to make sure that it doesn't even go any further, right? That's the way you got to do it when it comes down to warfare and Minuteman. When you got an oppressive government that's coming down on you, you got to take actions, okay? You have to be able to defend yourself. The Constitution gives you the right to defend yourself. It gives you the right to dissolve the government and start over. It does give you that right. It doesn't give you that right. It does state that you have that right. Okay, it doesn't give you the right. All rights are God-given. Okay, so I stand corrected on that. Just me trying to get information out quick. Next, okay, you go research that affirmative action and all that land grabbing crap, and with the affordable housing stuff, Asheville, North Carolina. Go and read up on that. Somebody sent me some stuff on that, and I was like, I gotta get this out. Everybody needs to be getting all this stuff out so that it disseminates to the whole population as quick as possible, because a lot of things are moving quickly. Right now, things are moving quickly. Next thing I want to address is HR6981. So many of you may not have even heard about that yet, or maybe you already heard about it and maybe I'm behind. HR, I believe that stands for House Resolution 6981. Okay, 6981. HR 6981. Look it up. So some leftist clown is introducing this, okay, in the government, and basically they want to make it unlawful for you to gather and train and so forth. They are basically, without saying it, they're saying people that are forming militias and training as militias and stuff, they want to outlaw that, okay? And so this is a serious thing. Not that anybody's going to obey that, because you should never obey anything that conflicts with your freedom, okay? If they say, you know, oh, you can't do this anymore, you can't do any of that anymore, and you know that this is because they are afraid that you are going to oppose them, okay, to keep your freedom, that means you automatically just reject their ideas or whatever they say, and you do what you're going to do anyway, okay? You have to have the stomach to stand up and do what you need to do. You got to get the fortitude, baby. God gives me the fortitude to stand up and say what I need to say because I have angels that watch over me. And, you know, I mean, look at Job. Job was tested. He lost everything. God told Satan, he says, you can test my servant Job, but you will not harm one hair on his head. And he didn't. He could not harm one hair on Job's head. And you know, that's the way it is right now. I mean, that's the way things are right now. You can stand up and say what you got to say. If you're a God-fearing Christian, you stand up, say what you got to say, and do what you got to do. If you got to defend yourself, then you defend yourself, you know. That's just the way it is. So HR 6981. Now see, that is not only is that an attack on people's abilities to defend themselves as far as the Second Amendment goes, because I mean, every person in the United States is a militia member. Every single person in this country has to be able to stand up and take up arms against tyranny. Okay, that's what that is in the Second Amendment there. Besides, of course, having the right to keep and bear arms. And remember, your rights are not given by government. They are inalienable rights, and they are innate. Means that you already had them. Nobody gave them to you. You already had the right to defend yourself, and by whatever means. Okay, it doesn't mean muskets. It means anything that's available to you or the army. Okay. If you need to pick up an AK, pick it up, use it. That's the Second Amendment. Okay, and then the First Amendment, the right to assemble, right? They're trying to say, oh, well, you know, 2 or more people can't be assembled and engage in training, right? Or whatever it was. You look it up, HR 6981. Okay, so I'm going fast. I've got like 3 minutes left here. The last one I'm going to talk about is this. Now, I got a hard copy right here. DoD, Department of Defense Directive 5240.01. Okay. It basically, this says that they are giving lethal force to the military. It basically bypasses posse comitatus, right? Okay, so if we look here on, I've got on my copy here, it's page 13 of all pages, right? So after printing it up front and back, but it's section 3.3, talking about levels of authority. In section C down here, it says, this is a quote, assistance in responding with assets, okay, what kind of assets? Machine guns, tanks, anti-personnel carrier, whatnot, right? Any kind of military type vehicle, MRAPs, right? Those sorts of things. Assets. Assistance in responding with assets, okay, with potential for lethality, that's killing people, lethality, right, or any situation in which it is reasonably foreseeable that providing the requested assistance may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. This is talking about the police getting into a firefight with a militia, basically. That's what this is all about, okay? That's what this is all about. We're going to make this quick. That's what this is all about. I'm going to finish the rest of this little paragraph here, and then we'll come back. I'll do one more video, and we'll talk about all this stuff. Alright? Okay. Next part of the paragraph. We're still on section C here. 3.3 section C. Quote, it also includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. it goes on, such force must be in accordance with blah, blah, blah. But see, the thing is that what this boils down to is it boils down to, this is the updated 2024. So it's 27 September 2024. Department of Defense Directive 5240.01. Now, I got a buddy of mine who works for the Department of Defense. He actually designs weapon systems. And I don't see him too much. He usually comes to see me. You know, that type of situation. But it would be nice if he did come by, because I would like to talk to him about this. But, that is what is going on, guys. That's what's going on. Let's come back in another video. See you there.